Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video I will explain everything you need to know about the Darkwraith Covenant and some things you may not need to know. I'm going to cover everything worth mentioning, but I'll start with the basics. The Darkwraith Covenant takes some work to join, but is well worth it to those who want to experience PvP, and that is because this covenant is all about invading. To join this covenant, you must kill the 4 kings in New Londo and must not have talked to Frampt. If you have met these conditions, go to the Abyss and the Primordial Serpent. Kath will be waiting for you. Talk to him and he will prompt you to place the Lord Vessel. If you aren't carrying the Lord Vessel, then exhaust his dialogue until he offers for you to join the covenant. The aim of this covenant is to take humanity from others, namely by invading their worlds and taking it by force. You invade to kill, and kill to get humanity. If you run out of humanity, invading is one method of gaining some more. The best way to start invading at first is with the use of cracked red-eye orbs. Use one in a PvP enabled area, and it will begin searching for a world to invade. You can cancel the process by leaving the area or selecting the cracked red-eye orb again. Win or lose the encounter, it will use up that cracked red-eye orb. Kath sells these cracked red-eye orbs if you run out. The matchmaking range as the invader is your level minus 10 levels for the minimum level player you can invade, and for the other side of the range, your level plus 20 levels plus 10% of your level. The official guide says that cracked and full red-eye orbs have no true level cap and may result in you invading players many levels above you. If you succeed in your invasion, you'll be returned to where you were before matchmaking found your target, with full Estus and spells, regardless of how many you used in the invasion. If you are defeated, you will leave behind a blood stain in the host's world, which they can recover for humanity. You, as an invader, will be returned to the last bonfire rested at, with Estus and spells unreplenished, and your souls will be in a blood stain where you were standing when matchmaking had found a target. Each player who dies during the invasion will give you another sip of Estus. Keep in mind that the host also gets more Estus when the player hostile to him dies. The Dark Hand is a weapon that, with skillful application, could get you more humanity. Its special move, a grab attack, will drain the humanity of an opponent. For this to work, you must land the attack, and the opponent must have humanity. The move is useless if your opponent does not have a humanity counter higher than 0. You'll just be wasting both of your time. Beware, killing other players by invading them gives them the possibility of indicting you, but only if they die. If you get indicted, +1 sin is added to an invisible sin counter. If you have sin, you can be invaded by the Dark Moon Covenant until you are cleansed of sin, so beware. To remove sin, seek absolution from Cromwell, which is quite costly, or let Dark Moon invaders kill you until you run out of sin. If you want to rank up the Covenant, but not to sin, gather humanity by friendly means by co-oping, gathering humanity from drops, or using the red sign soapstone, which does not add to the sin counter. To rank up this covenant, you must offer Kath humanity from your humanity counter. The first level requires 10 humanity and it will give you the red eye orb. Unlike the cracked version, this one can be used infinitely. The second and last rank requires an additional 20 humanity and gives you the Darkwraith armor set and Dark Sword. The Dark Sword has a unique moveset that's fun and flashy. As you obtain rank in this covenant, the Dark Hand's humanity draining ability will improve. At rank 0 it drains 1 humanity. At rank 1 it can drain 3 humanity. At rank 2 it can drain 6 humanity. Herein lies the third rank of the covenant, requiring another 30 humanity, or 80 in total, which gives no benefit other than allowing your Dark Hand to take 10 humanity. This covenant does not affect your game while using offline features. There are plenty of ways to gather humanity offline, so leveling up this covenant while offline is very simple. The Darkwraiths are fundamentally opposed to Gwyn, who suppresses the true nature of humans. The Darkwraiths seek to gather the fragments of the Dark Soul, which are humanity, in an effort to give rise to a being powerful enough to oppose Gwyn and usher in the age of humanity. Gathering the fragments of humanity sadly means mass murder, or, well, genocide even. Join another covenant, switch covenants at the bonfire, or you might consider the possibility of speaking to Cromwald. There are no penalties for leaving and rejoining the covenant. Unless, however, you attack Kath, in which case he will disappear and you won't see him again until you start a new game cycle. If you aren't in the covenant, then you can't buy cracked red eye orbs or use the full red eye orb. This guide is for the remastered version of Dark Souls, but can be used for the original version. It was made by cross-examining my first-hand experience, the Dark Souls Wikia, and the official guides for Dark Souls and Dark Souls Remastered published by Future Press. If I made a mistake, please correct me politely in the comments if I have not already addressed supposed mistake in the comments. This video was made while Dark Souls Remastered was at patch version 1.02, and this does not reflect any possible changes to the Covenant in future patches. This has been most unexpected. Please like and or subscribe for any reason you can come up with at all, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.